Hey folks, BlackCross here, and welcome to another unboxing video. Now, before we actually get into the actual video itself, this up here is usually down here instead, and the reason why it's up there is so that way it won't get in the way while I'm unboxing, because last couple of unboxings, the biggest problem was like, okay, how am I going to do this? So hopefully this mic setup will work. It's going to look a little weird for this particular video, I will admit. But bear with me, because we're going to unbox this. And the unboxing itself is... Can't believe I'm actually going to be saying this, because it's going to be hilarious me saying it. But if I had to pick out a particular video game female character to be my queen, it is Aqua. Yes, the Aqua Bring Our figure is finally here. It's finally released. And I'm going to unbox it for you. Hail the Queen! So much like all the other unboxings I've done, it's pretty much the same setup as to be expected, you know. You have the stand being separate from how it was in the back, which I'm glad that they've done that. You know, no need to repeat it 100 times over. But there's a couple of things in regards to this figure that I do want to go ahead and talk about. For starters, number one, you have the fact that she has the Master's Keyblade. Technically, there's another name for this particular Keyblade, but I'm not sure of that name. I'm sure I'll post it in the video once I discover what that actual name is. Technically, it got revealed in Kingdom Hearts Union Cross, technically, by a character by the name of Brains. But this is the Keyblade that was formerly owned by Ericus, and is handed down to Aqua. And of course, she uses it in Kingdom Hearts 3. But it's like, I would have liked it if it had the option to where she could use her previous Keyblade, but that's okay. So, here's Aqua right here. Looks pretty darn cool, wouldn't you agree? And technically, they actually have the original Play Arts figure. I decided to wait up on that one because I wasn't for sure if they were going to release Terra or Finn for that matter. Obviously, they made her in regards to the 0.2 Fragmentary Passage part of 2.8. And so they kind of released her along with it. But I'm glad that they made a Bring Ours version because that goes with the rest of the games. Or with the rest of the game, per se. We also have a total of 3 different headsets here. We have Happy Face here, and we have Closed Eyes Aqua. And then, of course, she's more in the serious tone face that you see right here. So, you got quite a bit of options to go with. Along with her facial looks, you also have a number of gestures to go with. One of them in which her hand is flat out open. And then you have like 4 enclosed hands, and then of course her hands that she's got right off the back. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get her fixed up, shall we? I have to say, out of all the Play Arts figures, while Aqua was a little bit unusual, this was actually probably the easiest one to put together. You know, at first glance you look at her and you think to yourself, how am I going to do that whenever her sleeve is as big as her freaking unusual shoe here? I'd never realized how pointy those shoes were, except until now. Those are some pretty pointy freaking shoes. It's kind of unusual, really. But the cool thing about this particular Bring Our figure is that her hands actually come off. Well, now it doesn't. But whenever I was trying to pull off the hand that was on this one, the whole thing actually popped up relatively easy. And when I went to put it back on there, it snapped in there quite easily. I don't think it's going to let me... Ah, there it is, see? It pops up somewhat easy, but at times it's not so easily popped up. It's kind of nice that they got a little bit somewhat fixed up here and all that stuff, so it's not too bad. In all honesty, I still love him. I'm just glad that they finally have an Aqua figure in the size that coincides with everything else. And it won't be long before Terror will be released as well. And then, of course, whatever comes out after that. Alright then, well that's going to be it for this particular unboxing. This was actually a relatively quick one, but I figure I'd go ahead and just kind of show you Aqua in her fullest and everything like that. So without further ado, thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you in the next video. Catch you guys later.